Some people can get it through knitting sweaters and sitting still. That's okay for some people who don't know they're alive. Some people can thrive and bloom, living life in the living room. That's perfect for some people of 105. But I at least gotta try. When I think of all the sights that I gotta see, and all the places I gotta play, all the things that I gotta be at, come on, Papa, what do you say? Some people can be content playing in bingo and paying rent. That's peachy for some people, for some humdrum people to be. But some people ain't me. I had a dream, a wonderful dream, Papa. Goodbye to blueberry pie. Good riddance to all the socials I had to go to, all the lodges I had to play, all the Shriners I said hello to. Hey LA, I'm coming your way. Some people sit on their butts, got the dream, yeah, but not the guts. That's living for some people, for some humdrum people, I suppose. Well, they can stay and rot. But not wrong.
And your parents must be so proud of you.
They're over the moon. They couldn't be prouder. My dad's actually sick right now, so hi, Dad, and get better and stop texting me, please.
Yeah.
But no, they turned my old bedroom into like a just like almost like a little shrine of me. They've every newspaper clipping, pictures of talk shows. It's all up in my room.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's so great.
In
That's
fact, they had this huge poster of me from like it was like a billboard or something that I got, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I gave it to my parents, and so it's a little strange when I'm at home sleeping in my old bed and I see my face staring down at me. It's kind of creepy.
That's hilarious. And did they always support? Because a lot of parents are very fearful, like, oh, you better have something else to do in case this doesn't work out. Were they very supportive of you?
Oh, they've always been supportive. And they were very realistic, and they always said, you know, make sure you get your education in the meantime. But absolutely, they would drive me to auditions once every month or so growing up, and yeah, they couldn't have been more supportive.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
great.
Like even though I wasn't really honest with myself in high school, the whole being gay thing was the worst thing it could ever possibly be. Yeah. That was like the epitome of you could not get lower at my high school. But so everyone was called the F word. And I remember people would ask me, like I was a freshman walking by a group of seniors, and they'd be like, "Hey, what's sex with men like?" And I'd say, "Don't you remember?" How many languages do I speak? 0.5. I barely speak English. Difficult. I should specify whatever.
Specify.
I should say that San Joaquin is a valley. It's not a county. Especially after I experienced so much disapproval from. Disapproval from.
There have been rumors that Javier. There are rumors that. There are rumors that Javier. What else we got going in this dog and pony show?
Well, Fred and Roggy get married.
Our message boards, there's a poster named AM092 who wants to know if Darren Criss was a good kisser.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean, oh, God, yes, he was a good kisser. I thought, yes, he's a good kisser, but, oh, God, that's always the first question people ask me now.
Is it really? Yeah.
It is. It used to be like, oh, you're saving lives. Now it's like, oh, is Darren Criss a good Christopher? Is Darren Criss well, yes.
I mean, do you read like the Keeping Up with the Kardashians? You know, their books.
They have books?
They do have books. Apparently, they know how to write.
I mean, no one ever knows I have books either, so it's okay. Crap.
Really, we should have a moment of silence for Courtney.
Yeah.
So, in light of today's news, so
What
let's
happened?
She and Scott broke up. Again. So let's steer away from the Kardashians. This is a touchy day for everyone.
Poor Courtney.
What author if you could have any author edit your writing, who would it be?
Edit my writing? Okay, what's his name? The Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin.
Yep.
I would just love to hear what his feedback would be. Like, he'd probably be like, needs a sex scene, you know?
There's not enough blood.
Yeah, not enough, too much pants, you know? That would be fun. Yeah, like, when's someone gonna kill someone?
Chris, please explain. I just had the craziest Wizard of Oz dream. I got tired of walking down the yellow brick road and stole a Munchkin's car.
I did, poor little guy.
What? Do you have dreams like this all the time? Is this a
I
normal
do.
thing?
I do have some strange, awkward dreams. Yes.
Do you eat cheese before bed?
I don't know. I don't know.
They say that gives you nightmares.
Does it?
They absolutely
Well, it wasn't
do.
a nightmare. I mean, it was a nightmare for the Munchkin, just not for me. I mean, he had like Grand Theft Auto happen to him.
Chris's relationship with sleep is very odd.
Yeah,
Chris went stealth on a Munchkin.
I sleepwalk and I do all kinds of fun things when I'm unconscious.
Do you?
Yeah, I wake up and scream sometimes.
Yes, in people's faces.
In people's faces.
Are you ever in a scenario where you're close enough to hear these screams?
Yeah.
Yes, Amber knows firsthand.
What did he scream?
Oh, he just screamed.
Just
Well, I mean, I forgot you were there, and I look over, and there's a black woman next to me, and I've never shared a bed in my life with somebody, so of course I screamed.
Right in my face.
Right in her face.
fine.
So this book, I was talking about it in the green room. There's a lot to unpack here. I would imagine a fair amount of it is inspired by your time on a very successful television.
Not at all. Not at all. No. Completely made it up. Yeah.
Now, there's one moment in the book, and I don't want to give anything away, where you sort of inadvertently, I don't know, or maybe specifically it's so minor, you discuss kind of representation on television, where Sam talks to their parents about who he feels he is, and their parents say, "We saw this on Grey's Anatomy," which I thought it's a joke, but it's also so interesting, especially coming from someone who was on Glee, who sort of works in that atmosphere in regards to television, progressive television storytelling. How that actually does affect families across the country.
Yeah, no, that was kind of based on how my mom used to react to things, and I think a lot of parents out there in the world really sort of rely on television to give them permission to accept things. And I remember like when I first came out, my mom one of the ways that she was finally okay with it was she was like, well, you know, Christopher, I was watching Brothers and Sisters with Sally Field, and she just loves her gay son, and so do I. So I was like, all right. So I had to add that in there somewhere.
In the book, one of the sort of prevailing themes is this idea, and you brought it up really at the top of this interview, which is this idea of our heroes versus who they are as real people, and sort of worshiping kind of false idols, which a lot of people do. They think the actor is the character, and they ask them questions as if their life revolves around being that character. Was that something that you felt while you were on Glee?
Not at all.
Were you worried? It's definitely not, I wouldn't call it an R-rated book by any means. Maybe like a hard PG-13. But after having been a children's book writer for quite some time, were you worried about publishing something like that? I mean, you even have, you know, the final page of the book is a kind of, not necessarily a warning to parents, but, you know, letting them know what they're in for at the end of the book.
Yeah, it's so therapeutic to be able to use bad words. You know, I can't.
It's the best.
I can't tell you how many times I've been writing land stories and just wanted Mother Goose or someone to go, oh, you know, and I can't do it. But I've tried to sneak in a couple dams there, but my editor always gets it, always finds it. But no, it was nice, and yeah, very very therapeutic to write for an older audience.
What character are you most relatable to?
Ooh, gosh.
Character of his or just character in general?
Character in general? Ooh, that's a good question. Elmo. Probably Dory. I have met so many people multiple times to the point where it's just rude now, and yeah. It's really important to me. It infuriates me that there's some people in this world that don't understand the trans movement. It's like what do you mean you don't understand being in a transition to be a more authentic, better version of yourself? Who does not understand that? I mean, okay, the gender identity. Okay, I understand someone might not relate to that, but like, I mean, at least always be on a mission to better yourself, to be a more authentic version of yourself. I mean, I don't necessarily. I've never identified, or I've never had experience with struggling with gender identity, but body image identity. I mean, I don't identify with this half-baked crescent roll before you. I mean, I identify with Zac Efron's body. That's the body that I want. Thank you.
Coming home used to feel so good. I'm a stranger now in my neighborhood. I've seen the world at a faster pace, and I'm coming now from a different place. Though I may look the same way to you, underneath there is somebody new. I am not the boy next door. I don't belong like I did before. Nothing ever seems like it used to be. You can have your dreams, but you can't have me. Oh, I can't come back there anymore, 'cause I am not the boy next door. You've been saving those two